Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we are doing another comic book haul video, and it's a quite large one. I've got a lot of other random books to show you. We'll start off with the current books, and then we'll move to the later back issues and things I found after that. So the first ones are from my other shop, the one that's near my work, and basically I'm buying some Marvel books from them just to give them a little more business, and they did relaunch quite a few Marvel books, so picking up a couple of them just to give them a little more business. I haven't been getting much from them, but got the new Thor #1. I did see. I don't know why it's actually $6 as opposed to $4.99, which they've been doing for their #1s. But it feels a little thicker. But I thought that was strange. You know, the art's quite good by old Del Mundo. It definitely looks interesting. I literally haven't picked up a Thor book for a long while, so now that, you know, the Thor we know is back, hopefully it'll be more interesting to me, and I'll be able to pick up more of it, so we'll see what happens with that. It looks like there is a second story in this book by a different artist as well. His name is Christian Ward. So, this is the art from that. You know, once again, it definitely looks very good to me. Looks like it's along the same color palette. Then I got the Immortal Hulk as well. Love those Alex Ross covers. Trying to get that page where they show Hulk on here for you all. Alright, so here's a page that shows what the Hulk looks like by this artist. So hopefully that'll be good. Yeah, I actually did a art show yesterday at a place called Tony V's Garage. It's a fundraiser for a group called Strong Against Cancer. It helps for fun research for children's cancer through the Seattle Children's Hospital. So it was yesterday, so that's why I'm filming this a little bit later, but you'll probably still see it the same day I film it, but usually I actually record on Friday night and then post Saturday early, but I'm filming Saturday, I'll probably just be later today, you'll see it. And yeah, it's good, and I had the honor of, they had a mystery raffle for our artwork, all the artists who went to the event. We donated artwork for the event, and I had my Guardians prints in a set, all 5 of them, and they got picked first. So I thought that was really cool, and they really seemed to enjoy them. And the people who won them were actually interested in buying my stuff at my table, but I'm glad they won anyway. So it's really cool. But then we got the next Cerebus book here. And like I said, what he does is he overlays his art over the door woodcuts. Because he cannot physically draw for an extended period of time anymore. But Dave Sim does have his own YouTube channel, so if you're interested in him to see what he's doing, you can check him out right here on YouTube. Alright, so first we have The Unexpected, and this is the last of the New Age of Heroes series, so I can finally complete my giant fold-out poster, but I think it'll be too big to get on camera. I'd have to hold my thing way far out. But that'll be cool to see what it looks like. And I really like the artwork, all the detail here. I don't know if it's done digitally or not, but it definitely looks very good, so. I like all the hyper detail, you know. Next is Immortal Men, number 3. And obviously, if you're huge on the Bat Who Laughs here, he's in this issue, so. But I think that this takes place before Metal, because I did notice he had all of his fingers, and in Metal he loses one of them, so. I'm really interested that they're able to kind of try to maintain a semblance of Jim Lee's style with this book, even though he only did the first issue for it, so. Trying to find a page that's got him on it here. Next we have Sideways, number 5. And it looks like they have finally switched artists on this one as well. But I believe Rockefeller actually stuck with it the longest out of all the launch creators on their books here. So hopefully he'll come back to it. I really enjoy his style, so. Next is Mr. Miracle, number 9. Next is the Prelude to the Wedding, Nightwing versus Hush. And there's a lot of people who've actually been enjoying the prelude more than the actual Tom King book leading up to the wedding, so I find that surprising. But I like the one I read. It was about Damian Wayne's relationship with Selena Kyle. So, and I thought that one was really well done. I just realized too, it looks like all these covers connect, because I think that's Batgirl's arm there. And I know she's on the next one. Next is Captain America 703. So it looks like they switch artists on this book too. That's what I thought. It's Alan Davis on it. Very good British comic book artist, if I remember correctly. Next is Rocco's Modern Life, number 5. And then there's a backup story with a different artist as well. Next we have Spawn 286. It says cover 1 of 8. That's interesting. And yeah, it's continuing on the same gritty course it was. Same artist. Like I said, they're really trying to establish his movie look in the comic. I think it'll really be interesting to see what Todd does with the new Spawn movie. He's definitely going for something totally different from everything he said. My knowledge, he said Spawn will barely be in it, and it's more of a horror movie than a superhero movie, so... Next is the medieval Spawn and Witchblade, number 2. There's a really cool shot of medieval Spawn in here, but unfortunately it's on the very last page of the book, so I don't want to spoil it for you. Next is Man of Steel, number 2. Next is Nightwing, number 45. A nice shot on Nightwing for you. You know, the recent run has been okay on Nightwing, but I think I liked the earlier books in this series than the later ones. Next is the Batgirl versus Riddler, Prelude to the Wedding. Next is Man of Steel number 3. These are coming out weekly, and there's just 5 of them. And then it'll lead into Superman number 1, I believe. Next is Batman number 48. And then I got the variant for it. I really like the line work on this. Yeah, I wasn't aware I had so many books this time. Granted, I did buy back issues too, but... So this is... Detective Comics number 982. It's cool that they treat these, as like a big piece of art rather than a cover, so it's pretty neat. The Marks Brook cover, or Mark Brooks. And I believe the Black Lightning is in this story arc, but I don't know anything about him, so it'll be interesting to learn about the character. I know he has a show and stuff, but he just kind of came out of nowhere. To me, anyway. And I got Turtles, number 83. I really wish they'd get San Luca to do another arc for the Turtles. He was really my favorite turtle artist. Initially I didn't care for him, but then as he went on, I really started to like his style. And we have the Tick, number 4. And I really love this artist. He really seems to capture the Tick that I always visually enjoyed, It's not quite Ben Inland style, but it's pretty close. Brimstone number 3. And then a double of the unexpected so I can make the poster. After this, I'll move on to the other finds I found. Alright, so when I went in the shop before, they had a ton of other old Tick books, and I'm still filling in holes when I got my almost complete lot of the series last summer, so got a couple of the back issues I needed. So there's the Yule Log Special, Blue Destiny number 2, Tick's Back number 0, Karma Tornado number 2, Karma Tornado number 6, and the big back to school special. Then I got a DC's little promo magazine they're starting, DC Nation number 1. And it just has like bonus interviews and things like that, and so it's pretty cool. I may make a separate video of it if you're interested, but you gotta let me know down below if that's something you'd want to see or not. And I obviously want to read the whole thing, but I would, go at a slower pace where you can pause it and read it and all that good stuff. Then at my half-price books this past week, I found a lot of cool books. Found some classic Todd McFarlane Spawn, The Assassination Plot. This is the full story. And I'm a huge Cap fan, and this was, I don't know if this was the only time Todd drew him, but I know it's the only time I remember drawing him. And the shop actually had this issue in the store too, but it cost as much for the issue as it did for this trade, which this was $7. They had the last 3 parts of the story there, so let's see if I can find the cover with Captain America on it. There it is, this cover here. But it's always fun whenever, they have stories where they more or less like, hey, which characters do you want to draw? And then the writer just works the characters into the story. I feel that's what happened with this, but it's pretty cool regardless. I mean, I think anything Todd does is pretty awesome. Which leads into the other find I found. I have never read this. I know Todd McFarlane worked on it, but I just was never able to find it. And this is the whole Batman Year 2 collected. First part by Alan Davis, and the rest is by Todd McFarlane. I found this for only $5 there. So, pretty cool. I haven't bumped the covers, they just have the little tiny pictures. But pretty nice, I finally get to experience this story. Yes. He loves drawing capes, obviously. And then the rest of these trades I all found for $2 a piece. They were on clearance, so I couldn't pass them up. One was the Coming Home trade. A lot of people didn't care for this full Spider-Man run due to the One More Day ending, and I don't know which volume that would have been of this particular story. I know it was like the end of it, though. But I think at least people enjoyed the beginning a lot, and this particular trade, I reacquired this. I used to have it. When I got it the first time was the first Christmas after my dad had passed away, and my mom gave it to me for Christmas, so definitely holds a special place in my heart, you know, regardless of whatever critical acclaim you want to give to it. But I really think it's an interesting story. And I love like the coloring techniques used, and I really loved Romita Jr.'s work on this. I feel his style works better for when the superheroes do have a mask on. His faces are okay, but sometimes they can be distracting, especially on the heroes like Superman and stuff. But I love how he draws Spider-Man, so I actually used to have a shirt with that image on it there. And then it's got these nice J. Scott Campbell covers in it too. But it's pretty awesome, and a lot of crazy stuff happened in Straczynski's run. Next is the Superman Batman Public Enemies trade. It's again $2. Can't pass it up. This is the first time in a long time that they had, you know, that world's finest dynamic. And lots of great artwork here. The big bold style of Ed McGuinness, which I enjoy. I got the Superman Godfall by Michael Turner, and I have actually never read this. I wasn't huge into collecting Superman when this series came out, but I did see the covers, but I thought he just did the covers to the book. I didn't actually know he was working on the insides. If I had, I probably would have got it then. Because at the time, it was probably around the same time, if not a little earlier, whenever he did his run on the Superman Batman arc with where they introduced Supergirl there. But he was definitely a great talent that unfortunately passed away too soon. And speaking on that same note, and a little older, but still, you know, Darwin Cook was a tremendous talent in the industry as well. And yeah, I found this and the other part of this trade. Once again, $2 a piece. Couldn't pass them up, and I've been wanting them for a while. Recently had to check them out from my library, so glad I was able to find them. And finally, I didn't even know this was a thing. I don't know if you guys remember the little Netflix or web series Dr. Horrible's Sing Along. But it had this trade, once again, $2. And the main thing that drew me to it, I like that series. But Joelle Jones actually signed this one, so traded with that signature. I couldn't have passed that up, so. And it just has different artwork throughout it with the different characters from the show. Really love this. You'll see it in a minute. Really cool Gene Ha cover here of old Nathan Fillion. Yeah, so that's everything I got. I'll spend a couple minutes here to do some tapping and all that for those of you who enjoy that. But if you don't want to stick around for that, you all have a good day or night. Thanks. Bye. Alright, that's gonna do it. You all have a good day or night. Thanks. Bye.